the field of advertising, or you can become a full-time journalist, a news reporter, or an editor in any reputed magazines or newspapers, or you can become a freelance writer. If you're not interested in going to any job, any company and work there, you can simply sit at home and become a freelance writer. You can write your contents, whatever you like, and send it to a famous, reputed in magazine or a newspaper and get paid for it. And this is called freelance writing. And if you're interested in becoming, enter into a medical field or a legal field, then have some knowledge about the legal terms and the medical terms, and you can be a part of the corporate field, a medical or legal field. You can help the doctors or the lawyers for drafting, in helping them to draft their cases and all. And you can that is called medical transcription or legal translator, you can say. And otherwise, if you are not, then you can become a subtitle writer also. If you are not interested in writing field at all, then you can go into the competitive field. It is you can write, you can attempt any number of competitive examinations like UPSC and Group 1, everything, because you will be a competent competitor, because you have mastered the English language, as well as you have become better in your communication skills after being a student of English literature, and that will be very much helpful for you to become an IAS officer or any #1 officer. You can enter into the administrative field, etc. So you have so many avenues open for you as a student of English literature. But the problem is, many of the students, they are not. They just enter into English literature as a UG English department, in the UG English department, but after that they just change their course, they just change their channel into some other field after completing their UG degree. But my recommendation would be, my suggestion and my personal opinion, you may take, to complete your master's degree in English, because the UG degree is just a foundation to enter into the language. Only after doing your master's degree, you will get your full confidence, and you'll attain more knowledge, and at the same time you can be better in your communication skills, and you will have a better knowledge about the English language and the pronunciation and the vocabulary. You will be a master of not only English literature, but you will also become master in communication skills also. Even now, an emerging trend in the current scenario is to become a public speaker, because there are so many clubs are available, like Toastmasters Club. Okay, they are giving coaching or training to the people to master their English language and how to become an effective public speaker. And most of the people, they take up public speaking itself as their profession. So you can become a public speaker. So these are the avenues. Some of the avenues I have pointed out as a student of English literature, you can explore into this world. So if you are really interested in English, then you can just take up English as your subject for your future, as well as you can become a better public speaker, or you can become a best teacher in English, or you can go into any field with your English. Be confident, okay? Because English just gives you the boost up in your heart. So you can do anything and everything with your English. So with this, we just enter into our session. The topic that we are going to discuss today is English, the musical language. Okay, so I just now present my presentation. One second. I hope you all can see the PPT. Can I have the response from the audience?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So
Yes,
today,
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So the topic that we are going to discuss today is English, the musical language. first entering into English, let's talk about what is language. Okay, what is the purpose of language and why languages are formed and how languages are formed and what is the use of language in our day-to-day life? Can I have the answer from the audience in the chat box? What is language? Why language is helpful for us and in what way it's helpful? How do you use language?
To communicate, ma'am.
Pardon?
It's a principal method of human communication, ma'am.
Oh, this is helpful for human communication. Very good. Shall I have other answers? It's a means to communication. Yeah, at least one or two answers.
Good morning, madam. Madam,
Yeah,
English language is used to express your thoughts, and
okay, to
for and
express your
in nowadays English is a universal language. That's the reason we are learning it, so that if we
okay.
can reach to larger audience. That's my
Okay,
point.
so English has become a global language, and only through English we can reach a larger audience. And another thing, what did you say? It helps us to express our emotions. Okay, okay, that's a good idea. Okay,
And the
anyone else?
second and the second
Yeah,
thing is of commercial aspects.
commercial aspects. Only
Yeah.
with English you can explore. You can enter into any field. It's much helpful. You want to say like that?
Yeah, madam.
Okay, thank you so much. So from these two answers, we come to know that most of us are having the idea that English is just a means of communication to express ourselves, to communicate with other human beings. So this is the only purpose that we are talking about English, okay, because it has become a universal language or a global language. But apart from communication, okay, of course, that is the major objective of any language. Okay, communication is the main aim, we can say. But apart from communication, a language has its own purpose. Okay, every language, each and every language in this world has its own special and unique features, because a language is not born just for communication, because it's just an evolution of the place in which it is born and the people who speak those languages and the environment and the climatic conditions and the culture and the tradition of that particular place, or followed by the people. All these things play a major role, a vital role in the evolution of a language in a particular region, because in all the areas only one language is not spoken. Okay, each and every area has its own special language. So how these languages are formed? Because of the climatic conditions I told. For instance, we can say even in Tamil, I hope that most of the participants are from Chennai, so you can understand. Tamil Nadu is a very hot and dry area. Okay, so Tamil language cannot be spoken with our lips, with our closed, tight lips. Okay, we should open our lips wide and we can utter any word. So that's how Tamil language is formed. For instance, if you say some Tirukural like வெள்ளத்தனைய மலர் நீட்டம் மாந்தர்தம் உள்ளத்தனையது உயர்வு. Or we can take any Bharatiyar's poems. Okay, a famous Tamil poet Bharatiyar, Mahakavi Bharatiyar's poem, the famous poems such as உச்சி மீது வானிடிந்து வீழுகின்ற போதிலும் அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சமென்பதில்லையே. So when we utter each and every word in Tamil, we have to open our eyes, our mouth wide open, so that the words will come out. Okay, so that's how this language is formed, because when we open our mouth, the more and more oxygen will get uh, into our mouth. Okay, then it will make our body somewhat cool. Okay, this is how in every area the language used by the people, the words used by the people, the sounds that are the basic forms of any language are produced by those people. Because so a language is based on all these things. Okay, the surroundings, the climatic conditions, and the culture and the tradition, everything gives or donates words to that particular language. Okay, even Malayalam is called a nasal language. Okay, and likewise English is born out of a cool country. Okay, so most of the time we don't open our mouth wide open. Okay, we just keep our mouths somewhat closed and speak English language. So this is how a language is formed. And now we are going into the English language and what are the things, what are the elements that forms the basis for English and which gives the musicality to the English language. Okay, so the objectives of this session or these three, the first objective is to study the importance of stress, rhythm, and intonation to acquire a good pronunciation in English. And the second thing that we are going to concentrate today is to appreciate how stress, rhythm, and intonation change the meaning of a word, sentence, or message, etc. And third one, we are going to analyze some of the situations in which the meaning of a word or message has changed because of the vocal features, stress, rhythm, and intonation. So on the whole, in English, we have certain elements called stress, rhythm, and intonation. Okay, these are the three things that we are going to deal with today because these elements, they give a sort of musicality to the English language. Okay, so what is stress and what is rhythm and what is intonation and how we can master these three things and how these three elements are going to give the musicality to the English language. Okay, so before that, every one of you would like to have fluency in English. Okay, so what do you mean by fluency? Can I have the answers from the audience? What do you mean by fluency? Fluency? Yes, can you hear me? Audience? Can any one or two of you? What do you mean by fluency? Everyone will have the say that I want to be fluent, but I don't, but I can't. Why? I don't know what's wrong with me. I know English, I know many English words, but I don't get fluency. So what may be the problem for you? What is fluency according to you?
Ability to speak and write a language with
Okay,
ease.
ability to speak and write is fluency, or ability to speak and write in a fast way is fluency.
Easily and smoothly, ma'am.
Okay, easily and smoothly. Very good. Any
Flawless,
answers?
being flawless in
Without
Okay, being
without grammar
flawless.
errors.
Okay, without any grammatical errors. Very good. That is called flawless. Okay, correct English. Okay,
with the neutral accents.
with a neutral accent. But is it possible? I don't think so because each and every country we have our own accent and we try to follow the British or American accent, but it's not completely possible. Yet we try to attain that accent. Okay, with a neutral accent. As an Indian, we have the neutral accent, we have the Indian accent while speaking in English, that we should try to overcome that. Okay. So fluency in your sense, okay, is speaking easily and smoothly and speaking flawless without grammatical mistakes in English. Okay. And to have a neutral accent. Yeah, you're all right. So fluency, attaining fluency is the thing that all the people who are interested in English, okay, they want to speak a fluent English. So fluent means flowing and moving smoothly. That's already told by a student that she was right. It's a flow of moving smoothly, okay, in English without any abstractions. So it's an ability to speak easily, smoothly, and expressively. Whatever we want to express, we have to express it in a clear-cut way. So that is called fluency. But the big question is why? What stops us from being fluent in English? Okay. So most of the students, as you have already pointed out, we all think that we all believe that fluent in a language involves the understanding of grammar and having a big vocabulary. I have a lot of vocabulary. I know many words in English. I know a perfect grammar, the basic grammatical structures of English language. Yet I don't have the fluency. Okay, it's an elusive part, we can say. It just escapes from us. Even though we are perfect in grammar and have a vast vocabulary, still we have the trouble of becoming a fluent speaker in English language. So what is the problem there? Okay, so we have to identify that and try to rectify that through this session. Okay, so fluency means we have to master some of these things in English, okay, for attaining fluency. One is the connected speech, we can say, and the other one is the reduced forms of speech, and then stress, rhythm, and intonation. These 5 elements only, they will help us. Okay, they will help us to master the language and to become a fluent speaker in English. Okay, connected speech, reduced forms of speech, stress, rhythm, and intonation. So we will see what are these things, these 5 things mean in English. So stress, rhythm, and intonation form the major part of this session, and we'll see how stress, rhythm, and intonation helps to speak English as a music. Okay, if you use these things, stress, rhythm, and the intonation, and the contracted forms of English and the reduced forms of English, all these things, then it will give a musical quality to English. So the thing is that prosody is a new word that you'll come across today, I think. Okay, prosody means nothing but the study of the stress, rhythm, and the intonation of the language, the music of the particular language. Okay, how the particular language has a musical element that is called prosody. So the thing is that if you don't follow stress or rhythm, stress or intonation in your speech, then it will become a miscommunication. Okay, according to E.M. Forster, he has pointed out in A Passage to India, in one of his famous books, he has told a pause in the wrong place, an intonation misunderstood, and the whole conversation went awry. As you have already pointed out, you want to communicate in English only because you want to express yourself in English. Okay, so the expression of your emotions and attitudes is the basic way for communication. So if you do a wrong pause in a wrong place, then everything will get distorted. Okay, your whole conversation went awry in the sense it will get distorted, or it will be broken, or it will become perverse, abnormal, and the communication will be a failure at that time. Okay, even a small pause in the wrong place, it will cause a biggest disaster in your communication. So prosody, the study of stress, rhythm, and intonation, still it matters a lot while speaking a language. So now we will see an example for that. Okay, how a small pause, it makes a huge difference. Okay, so here we have 2 sentences. One is John said the boss is an idiot, and the other one is John said the boss is an idiot. Can you see the sentences? And can you see any difference in the meaning of these 2 sentences? Actually, all the words used in these 2 sentences are the same, but there is a difference in meaning. So what's the meaning? There are 2 idiots in these 2 sentences. Okay, who are they? What's the meaning behind these 2 sentences? Can anyone say? Yes. First sentence, where do we give the pause? Can anyone read the sentence?
John said the boss is
Yeah.
an idiot.
Okay. Next one.
John said the
Hmm.
John
boss
said the boss
is an idiot.
is an idiot.
Okay, you are right. So who is the idiot in the first sentence and who is the idiot in the second sentence?
The boss is an idiot in the first sentence,
Yes.
and
In the second, huh?
in the second, the John is an idiot because the
Yeah.
boss is saying
So
it.
what makes you to come to this conclusion?
The punctuation marks are very
Yeah.
important.
So
The
while
pauses we give.
writing, yeah, very good, very good, very good. Thank you so much. So while writing, the punctuation marks helps us to differentiate. But while speaking, what helps us? So
Stress and
whenever
intonation.
whenever we come across, whenever we come across this comma or full stop or semicolon or colon, so like these punctuations, we have to give a small pause. Okay? We cannot simply say,
வெள்ள வச்சுட்டு நான் இது பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கிறேன் எங்க உன் போனை பிடிச்சி நீ எங்கேயாச்சும் பாத்தியா நானு
yeah,
வீட்டுல
audience,
எங்கேயாவது
please mute your mic, please. If you have given the answer, please mute your mic. Wherever necessary, you can unmute. Otherwise, please keep your...
ஓடி போகுதா அப்பதான் நான் புடிச்சு அங்கிட்டு கொண்டு விட
Yeah,
முடியும்
will you please take care of that? Host, can you find out and unmute them?
Yes, ma'am, I have muted her. Yes, ma'am, you can carry on. Meena ma'am. Meena ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
Nadia, her mic is muted, Nadia.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I've called her. Meena ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry. Somehow I got. Okay, so when we write in English, then there is no problem for us because we can put the commas and the punctuations wherever we like. But while speaking, we have to be careful where to give a small pause, just a small pause. Okay, so only a pause in the sentences. In the first sentence, John said a small pause. This makes the difference that in the first sentence gives the meaning as the boss is an idiot. But in the second sentence, John, then a small pause. Okay, said the boss, a small pause, then is an idiot. So this sentence gives a different meaning as John as the idiot, only because of the small pause in between the sentences. Okay, so now I think you have understood how a small pause or stress or intonation makes a difference in the meaning of the sentences. Okay, so this is how they play a vital role while speaking. Okay, and now we are going to see what is stress, okay, and what is the importance of stress in English language. Stress plays an important role in learning the English language, and certainly if the learner is not able to use a good stress, they won't be understood and communication will be broken. Because English is called a stress-timed language, because in English, stress becomes a part of even the words, okay? Because stress can be divided into two. One is word stress and the other one is sentence stress. Okay, so I think you are all having a good vocabulary because after reading so much books, so many books, and you might have come across a lot of English films and serials, and so there is a vast scope for learning a vast vocabulary, okay, acquiring a vast vocabulary, many words you are thorough with, but you don't know how to spell, how to pronounce those words. Okay, pronunciation includes this stress because every word is made up of syllables. Okay, sometimes monosyllable words are there, only one syllable will be there. Syllable in the sense the sounds, okay, the sounds produced at a stretch, that is called one syllable. Okay, so some of the words will have one syllable and some two syllable, disyllable words, or trisyllable, three syllable words, or more than three syllables, polysyllable words are there. Okay, it depends upon the spelling of the words. Okay, so first we have to see whenever we pronounce a word, we have to see how many syllables are there and which syllable is going to be stressed. Okay, so what do you mean by stress first? Okay, the stress means it's the accent, stress, or emphasis. These three words are frequently used interchangeably. Okay, they mean the same. They are not different words. Accent, stress, or emphasis. Emphasis we all know. Okay, giving more importance to one particular thing. So this is called stress in English, and mostly stress is based on the syllables of the word. Okay, so this is the basic level I can say. First, for mastering any language, okay, for becoming a fluent speaker in any language, first we should have a vast vocabulary. Okay, that is the first step. And the second step is how to use this stress. Okay, it comes under the pronunciation of those words. Okay, so stress is the accent, stress, and emphasis that we are going to give to a particular syllable or syllables in a sentence, yeah, or in a we are going to give importance, going to pronounce it louder, is called the strong stress, and the syllable that is pronounced in a weak way, it is giving not much importance, that is called weak syllable. Okay, so syllables are of two types. One is strong syllable or accented, we can say accented syllable, and the other one is weak syllable, that is unaccented syllable. Okay, so here in this picture, I think you can see this, it's somewhat not clear yet. correct word stress. Okay, the first one we will take. First word is person, Person, and the second word is Percent. Both these words they have the same that is starting letters. Okay, the first three letters are the same, Per. Okay, and can anyone pronounce these two words? Person, Percent. Can anyone pronounce both these two words? Give a try. Once more, please. Can't hear you. Yes.
Person.
Okay. Second one.
Percent.
Okay. Very good. Yes. Got it. Super. So the first one, I've given it in the bold letters PER. So that is the strong syllable, accented syllable. So we should pronounce it more louder than SYN. Okay, so person, son is somewhat weak, and PER, the first three words. Okay, so there are two syllables for son. In the second one, also two syllables for sent. But the first word is pronounced as person, and the second one is weak, and CENT is strong. Okay, so this is how the word stressor is formed. Okay, so if you are familiar with these things, okay, you just practice more and more of word stress whenever you uh, for acquiring master in language. Okay, so this is called word stress. Okay, now I think you are familiar with word stress, and now we move on to the next one. So stress applies to individual syllables and involves most commonly loudness. Okay, so stress involves all these things. First thing, loudness, and the length of time that we are going to pronounce for that particular syllable, and the higher pitch. Okay, the higher pitch and the lower pitch. These three things are involved while using stress in a word. Okay, loudness, length, and higher pitch to individual syllables. Okay, so we have to decide now which words in a sentence should be stressed. The answer is that the ones that convey the most important information. Because if there are more than two or three words in a sentence, then we have to decide which word to be stressed. Okay, which word should be focused and which syllable to be stressed. We have to decide. And I'm going to give you a few tips for coming to the conclusion how to give importance to which word in a sentence. Okay, the first thing is new information stress. Okay, the response given to WH question, the new information supplied is stressed. If somebody else asks you a question, okay, if it is a WH question, then the answer that you are going to give is a new information to them. So that answer should be given more stress in your sentence. Look at these examples. What's your name? What's your name? It's a question asked to some George, and he's giving the answer as my name is George. So here he's not giving stress to all the words. My name is George. It's not like that. Just the word George. George is given more importance. Okay. Why George is given the stress?
My name is George. Where are you from? I'm from
Okay,
Wales.
that's because for the question, what's your name? George is the answer. Okay, so George is the new information given in the answer. So that's why George is given in bold letters. It's for your convenience to find out where to give the stress. Okay. Then next one, where are you from? Okay, here the answer for the question, where are you from? The answer is Wales. Okay, I'm from Wales. So here, I am from Wales. It's not like that. They are not giving stress to all the words. Okay, only Wales is a new information given in the sentence. So Wales is stressed. And the next one, where do you live? I live in Bonn. When does the school come in? It ends in May. What do you do? I'm a student. I'm a student. It's not like that. I'm a student because student is the new answer given by you. Okay. So now you can understand how the new information words are given stress in the sentences. Okay. Whenever you come across these questions in your life, if somebody asks you a WH question, what's your name or what do you do and who are you? So for these questions or how many books do you have? The answer for the question, okay, the particular word, the new information, the word that is going to give a new information to the audience, it should be given more stress. Okay, so this is one tip for you. Give a stress to the new information word. And the next one is called contrastive stress. Okay, if you are giving a choice to your friend, okay, then you have to give the choices more stress. Okay, for look at these sentences. Do you like this one or that one? So you are first finding out one thing. Do you like this one? Or then you are giving a contrast thing, a contrast choice to your friend. Okay, that one. So when you ask this question, you have to give more importance to that. Okay, do you like this one or that one? That one. For this, your answer may be this one. So you have to give more stress on this. I like this one. I like this one. Okay. So look at the following examples. Next one. She played the piano yesterday. So whatever word, here we have 5 words on the whole in this sentence. She played the piano yesterday. So in these 5 words, which word we are going to give stress, it makes the sentences a different one. It changes the meaning of the sentences into a different one. Okay. Look at the first one. She is given more stress. If we can read out this sentence in innumerable ways. Okay, we can give stress on any word, but which word gets the more stress? It plays a major role in forming the meaning of the sentence. In the first sentence, she is stressed. If we take like that, then we have to read the sentences. She played the piano yesterday. So we are giving stress on the word she. Okay. So this means it was only she and not anybody else played the piano yesterday. Okay. Then in the next sentence, she played the piano yesterday. That means she only played the piano and not harmed or done anything else with the piano. She only played the piano yesterday. Okay. Then can anyone read the third sentence? Giving stress to the underlined words. Can anyone try?
I'll give it a try. She played the piano yesterday.
Okay, that means she played the piano yesterday. That means the answer is given in the bracket. It was the piano that she played and not any other instruments. You understand? It's only the piano that she played and not guitar or veena or flute or any other musical instruments. That's the meaning conveyed through the sentence. You understand? You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about the last one? Can anyone read? Yeah, give it a try.
She played the piano yesterday.
Yeah, she played the piano yesterday. Read it somewhat faster. The same sentence.
She played the piano yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday is given more stress. That means only yesterday she played the piano, and today she might have played some other instrument. Okay, so only yesterday she played, and not today or tomorrow. We don't know. Okay, so according to the stress that we are giving in a sentence, the word which is stress, it changes the meaning of the sentence. So such is the importance of stress. And here we are giving a contrast. Okay, we are just stressing on one particular thing and not the other thing. So it was she and not somebody else. She only played and not harmed. She only played the piano and not the guitar. She only played yesterday and not today. So this is the contrast. Okay. So in these contexts, we can use stress. And the next one, these are some of the words. Okay, these are called intensifying adverbs and modifiers. Adverbs are adjectives, we can say modifiers. It is an umbrella term, we can say. Modifiers includes both adverbs and adjectives in a sentence. I hope that you are all familiar with these words, adverbs and adjectives, being a student of at least 11th, 12th, and BA English students. Okay, so no need for explaining all those things. So these modifiers and adverbs or adjectives, they are given more stress in a sentence, because if your friend, just imagine it's your friend's birthday and she is coming with a colorful dress, and if you want to praise them, how will you praise? Your friend is coming on her birthday, okay? How will you praise her? How will you exclaim to her, or how will you express your feelings to her? Can anyone give a sentence for that?
Are
Just
we
imagine.
or are we
Yeah.
complimenting her beauty, ma'am?
Yeah, anything. On her birthday, you will not give any negative remarks, I hope. Okay, only positive.
We can say you are looking very pretty.
Yeah, you are looking very pretty. You will say like that only, or with some more expressions. Just show your emotion.
Happy
Use the,
birthday. You look
use the
absolutely
same. Yeah. Pardon. Yeah. You look very pretty is the right sentence, okay? But how will you express your emotions and your feelings to that sentence? How will you give a feeling to that sentence? You look so
Madam,
pretty.
can you repeat
Yeah.
your question, please? I didn't understood it.
So actually, you just praise your friend for wearing a gorgeous dress on his birthday. So how will you
Okay.
express your feelings?
Yeah, at that moment, I would say that you're looking like a nymph with an unstoppable beauty. I would
Unswap.
even, I
Yeah.
would even say a joke. Don't you look in the mirror? If you look at the mirror, will broke away.
You'll broke away. Okay, so you have to give some more emotions to your words. Okay, you actually you know how to express your feelings to by using the right words. Really, it's good.
Ma'am, can I?
But yeah,
Thank you, madam.
yeah,
This dress
right.
absolutely suits you, and you are extremely beautiful.
Very good. So when you use all these words, extremely beautiful, unstoppable, like this, extremely beautiful, or you look so pretty, like that, you have to give more stress on the words beautiful, pretty, absolutely, entirely, grand. So you should not pronounce these words in a normal way. Okay, you look so pretty. Don't say like that. You look so pretty. Okay, so is an intensifying modifier, we can say, because so gives a sort of intense in your in expressing your emotions. That is why it's called intensifying adverbs and modifiers. Actually, you like that dress, but if you simply say I like this dress, then it does not show any emotions. It does not properly convey your emotions to the audience. Okay, so you have to give more intense in the sense it just shows your deep emotions. Okay, those words are not mere words, they are just used. So indeed, utterly, absolute, I given a list of words here. Okay, indeed, utterly, terribly, it's a terrific performance, we'll say. Okay, it's a terrific performance. It's not just, it's a terrific performance. Okay, it's an absolute truth. Okay, absolute, definitely, truly, extremely good. It's not just good, okay? Extremely good, pretty good. You look so pretty. Okay, so that is how we have to show our. So you have to express through your words, the loudness that you're giving to a particular word, the pitch that you're using. Okay, only that those what can we say? Those loudness. These adverbs and adjectives, they are called intensifying modifiers. They should be given more stress in a word, okay, in a sentence. Whenever you come across these words, okay, this is just a list. You can add innumerable modifiers into this list. And whenever you come across this word, or whenever you want to express these words to others, you just give more intense to your emotions. Okay, just give more stress on these words. Then what are the words? Now we'll have a confusion within ourselves. So what are the words that should be given more stress, and what are the words should not be stressed in a sentence? This is just another tip for you. Okay, words can be divided into two. One is content words and the other one is function words. Okay, the following list, it comes under content words, the verbs that you are going to use in a sentence. Okay, without a verb, there won't be any sentence at all in English. Verbs forms an integral role in any sentence. Okay, it's the heart of a sentence, we can say. So verbs, in the sense, verbs are of two types. Okay, so look at the first one in function words, modal auxiliaries. Okay, this is all comes under grammar, yet I want to just I want you to remember some parts of grammar. Okay, now though you like grammar or not, you have to be familiar with at least some grammar if you want to master any language. Okay, so the first one is verb. Verbs can be of two types. One is, as you all know, action words or main. And the other one is modal auxiliaries or helping verbs, you can say. Okay, so the main verbs or action words, if you come across any such verbs in your sentence, then they are called content words. Then nouns. Okay, nouns, we all know name of anything in this world. Okay, nouns, then adjectives, adverbs, and question words: what, where, how much, all these question words. Okay, these are called content words. And the function words are the helping verbs such as auxiliaries or helping verbs such as be forms, and the modal auxiliaries like will, would, shall, should, all these things. Okay? These are called function words, and articles, conjunctions, prepositions, pronouns. Okay, so I give some examples for all these things. What are the content words and the function words? Okay, so here are some examples for nouns: banana, bed, bird, book, house, light, match, movie, version. So there are a number of nouns are there in English. So all these nouns can be are called content words, and these words can be given stress in your sentences. And verbs like allow, bake, escape, gather, haze, damage, hang, hug, all these words. Okay, so these are all called action or main verbs, you can say, primary verbs. Then adjectives like bitter, spicy, bland, minty, sweet, big, tall, amazing, funny, and adverbs like willfully, endlessly, firmly, beautifully, truthfully, eternally, entirely, sorrowfully. So all these, okay? So these are content words. And the next one is function words. Okay, articles, you all know there are only three words, okay, a and the. Okay, these are three articles. You need not give more stress for these articles in your sentence. While you come across these articles in your sentence, you need not give more stress on them. And conjunctions, you all know, I just given only a few: and, but, or, not, for, yet, so, okay, before, after, since, like that. A number of conjunctions are there. Then prepositions, you all know, as, at, but, on, to, into, up, down, all these things. Okay, so these are called function words. So the thing you have to keep in mind is that you have to give more stress on the content words, not the function words. Okay, only most of the time, 99% of the time, only the content words are pronounced, that is, are given more stress in a sentence than the function words. Okay, so just keep this in mind while speaking. So for this, I have given some more examples. This is called a prosody pyramid. Okay, so here I have given 4 things: thought group, focus word, stressed syllable, and peak vowel. Any sentence can be divided into these 4. Okay, thought group, focus word, stressed syllable, and peak vowel. So what are they? We are now going to see. We'll take this sentence as a template sentence. Template sentence in the sense as an example. So this is, how do you spell easy? Can anyone read this? Read the sentence given in the screen. Can anyone read this?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
how do you spell easy?
Okay. So whether can you find any difference in while reading out this sentence, or are they one sentence, or are they many parts in a sentence? Are you that is, have you read it, you know, in a stretch? At a stretch, have you read it, or have you given any pause in between? That's my question. Have you given
Between
any
spell and
pause?
easy, ma'am.
Yeah, so there, wherever we give a pause, okay, we have to divide the sentence in there. Okay, we can put a slash there. So how do you spell? This is one. and a small pause and then easy. Okay, so there, if we put a slash, then this particular sentence can be divided into two. How do you spell easy? There are two sentences. Okay, actually one sentence, but we divide the sentence into two groups. So this is how a thought group is formed. This is called a thought group. Okay, how do you spell is one thought group and easy is another thought group. Okay, this is the first step. Whenever you read out or whenever you speak a sentence to somebody else, then you have to know where to stop. Okay, where to divide the sentence into two, which words to be stressed, like that. Okay, so here we have two thought groups. How do you spell easy? Okay, and the next step is, sorry, here I have given. So actually, and the pyramid you all remember, I think. Once again, I'll show the pyramid and then we'll come to this one. First, the long one is called thought group. At the base, you can see, okay, thought group, focus word. Remember all these four things. We'll go to the other slide. Okay, thought group, focus word, stressed syllable, and peak vowel. Just remember these four things. Thought group, focus word, stressed syllable, and peak vowel. Now we'll move on to that slide. Okay, so look at this. At the bottom, you can see how do you spell easy. Okay, so here at the sentence is given, how do you spell is given in green color. Okay, this is one thought group, and easy is given in red color, and this is another thought group. Okay, in order to differentiate the thought groups, the colors are different here. Okay, so the sentence is divided into two. So thought groups are divided. Okay, it's over. And the next thing that we have to do, what we have to do while reading this sentence or while speaking. Okay, so now we have to focus on one particular word in this sentence. And which word do you think can we give more importance in this sentence? Now there are two thought groups. How do you spell easy? And which word to be stressed in this sentence? What do you think? How do you spell easy? Which word can be given more stress? Yes. Anyone? It's so
Madam, I
easy.
think the word easy would be stressed.
Yeah, easy. Very good. Very good. So easy is the word that we are going to give more focus in this sentence. Okay. So the word easy is called now the focus word. Okay. First, we have divided the sentence into two thought groups, and then we focus on the word to which the stress to be given. This is easy. Okay. Now focus word is over. And in easy, there are how many syllables are there in easy?
Two.
Two. What are they?
Easy.
Very good. E-Z. Two. Okay. And which syllable you are going to give more stress? Just guess.
Ease.
E.
E. Very good. E-Z. When you say Z, our tone should fall down. Okay. E-Z. Not easy. Not like that. Okay. E-Z. Okay. So E is the stressed syllable there. Okay. So this is how we have to see. From small to big, we can go. Okay. First E and then easy. And then easy is a focus word. And how do you spell easy? We can go like that. Or we can divide the sentence into two thought groups. How do you spell easy? Then easy you have to concentrate. Okay, easy is the focus word. Easy. Then which syllable are you going to give stress? Easy. E. Okay. E. E. In E, you are giving more stress on the particular word E, not A. Okay. E, A. Both are pronounced as E only. So E is the syllable that you have to give more attention. So this is how the prosody pyramid works out. Okay. So look at this. Here the E part is divided. Okay. Easy. First, how do you spell easy? Then easy is the focus word. Then E is divided. Okay. Then in E also, we are giving more importance to the letter E. So that is called peak vowel. Okay. The third group is how do you spell and easy. Two thought groups. Then the focus word. Okay, focus word is easy. Then the stressed syllable. E and Z are there, and E should be given more stressed. Okay, EA, both combined together. Third one is EA, stressed syllable is EA. Then peak vowel, only E. Okay, so this is how the prosody pyramid works out. So here we will see what are the thought groups and what is focal stress. That is the focus word. Each thought group has one word that receives primary stress. Okay, one word. The focus word is more important in thought groups because that gives us the indication where to stop, where to give a pause, and where to divide the sentence into thought groups. Only the focus word, it gives a hint to us. Okay, the focus word is the most important word in the thought group. It usually has a pitch rise. Okay, the focus word will be pronounced in a pitch rise and is longer and clearer than the other words in the thought group. Okay, then the next one, what is a focus word? Now, I think you are all familiar with this one. So usually the last content word, that is in a sentence, you will give the most important word only at the end of the sentence. Usually our English sentences are structured like that. Okay, only usually the last content words we all know, nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, sometimes even negative words. Not, I am not interested in that, we'll say. Okay, not or never, like that, or sometimes WH words. Okay, so see the example, I can almost see it. Can you see it? If I ask the question, then you can say, okay, I can see. Don't say like that. You will not say like that. Okay, you will see, yes, ma'am, I can see that. So see is coming only at the end. Look at the second example. That dream I'm dreaming. Okay, so this is how the focus words are formed. If focus word has more than one syllable, then the stressed syllable receives the greatest stress. So here you'll have one doubt. The word dreaming is the last word. Okay, that dream I'm dreaming. Every step I'm taking. So taking, dreaming, these are the last words. Then why don't we give stress for all the syllables in the dreaming or taking? Why don't we say dreaming or taking? Why don't we give importance to ing? Because the root word for these sentences are dream and take. Ing is just a suffix, it's just added to it. Okay, so the suffixes are not given more importance, more stress in English words. This is another tip for you. Okay, dream and take and these main verbs, the root word for the verb, they are the content words, and these ing or dreams, you can say, or dreamt or took. Sorry, if you take some other sense, complete. If you take the verb complete, then if you add d for it, for forming a past tense, then d should not be given more stress. Okay, complete is a word, completed. That's all. Okay, likewise, dream plus ing, it's not dreaming, it's dreaming. Dream. Okay, ing, that's all. Ing is the weak syllable and dream gets the strong syllable. Okay, dream is the accented one and ing, ing is the unaccented one. Okay, dream is given more stress. It is pronounced more louder. It just gives, takes the more length of time. Okay, so dreaming, taking, every step I'm taking, take is given more stress. Okay, so this is how the focus words are formed. So how much importance focus words get in a sentence? Okay, so look at these two pictures. The first picture and the second pictures look the same, but there is a difference. Okay, the difference is very obvious. So what's the difference between these two sentences? Yes, can you see the pictures here? Hello, hello, audience?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the difference between these two sentences, these two pictures?
So in the second picture, butterfly is given the focus one.
Yeah, actually both the pictures are the same, yet the more focus is given to the butterfly. Okay, this is how thought focus word, okay, plays an important role in a sentence. This picture can, if you take this picture as a sentence, then only one butterfly. If you look at the first picture, in the first picture, the butterfly is not so visible. Okay, we don't focus on the butterfly. We will look at the all the flowers, they come under our focus. Okay, but in the second picture, just when you have the first glance, only the butterfly will catch up our eye. Okay, so this is how the focus words should catch the audience's mind. Okay, we should give more importance to one word. So it's how the focus word works in a thought group. We put extra stress on a word to give the listener the most important information. Okay, if you speak all the words in the same tone, okay, without any pitch or the stress, then the audience won't understand what you try to convey to them. Okay, you cannot simply say, my name is this one, I'm coming from Virudhunagar. We should not speak everything in the same pitch. Okay, you should give more importance, or you should choose the focus word and give more stress on one particular word. Then the audience will know what point you want to convey to them. What do you want them to understand from your communication? Okay, so we have to put extra stress on a word to give the listener the most important information. So that's how the focus words work. Then we move on to the next part, intonation. Okay, intonation is a variation of spoken pitch. We are all talking about tone and pitch, So actually, we are up to now the stress. Okay, about stress. What is stress, and how in a word how the syllables are stressed, or in a sentence how one word, okay, is stressed. The focus word is stressed. Now we move on to intonation, because intonation is a variation of spoken pitch. Intonation is nothing but the pitch of the voice. Okay, the spoken pitch does not mean words. Actually, intonation is something that is applied to the sentence structure and not to particular words. Okay? Only stress is related to the words in a sentence, but intonation is something that is related, that is connected to the sentence. At the end of the sentence, what tone we are going to give. Okay, so it just helps us to distinguish the sentences, because it's used for a range of functions, such as indicating the attitudes and emotions of the speaker. Okay, the same sentence, if it is spoken in a different pitch, then the meanings will be conveyed in a different way to the audience. Okay, so the pitch or intonation is very important while speaking a sentence, because it signals the difference between the statements and questions. Sometimes people will ask the same statements as a question. Okay, in India, I often come across this. I'm a student. Sometimes say I'm a student. Okay, so I like coffee. Sometimes I'll say, I like coffee. Like that, we will linger on. Okay, in the last word. Sometimes we use the same statements like a question. So actually, there should be a difference between a normal statement. Statement, you all know, I think. Okay, these are the basic grammatical structures in English language. Okay, the basic four kinds of sentences: statements, questions, interrogatives, imperatives, and exclamatory. I'm talking about that only. Okay, so statements and questions, there should be some difference between these two sentences. Okay, so only intonation helps us to find the difference between the statements and questions, and between different types of questions. Even in questions, we have two types of questions. Okay, major questions, yes or no questions, or WH questions. So you have to ask WH questions in a different intonation, and yes or no question in a different intonation. Okay, now we'll see the examples for this. So the intonation focuses attention to important elements of the spoken message, and it helps regulate our conversational interaction. So mostly our pitch, it should be high or low. Okay. So in what way we are going to use intonation in a sentence? So intonation, the importance of intonation are given here. It just indicates the pattern of rises and falls in pitch. Intonation is nothing but the pitch. Just keep it in mind. Okay, intonation, tone. We all know what is tone. So from tone only intonation is formed. Okay, so intonation, tone is nothing but the pitch of the voice. Okay, the pattern, how we are going to use our voice, the pitch or the tone. If it is a rising tone or a falling tone, whether we are giving to more loudness to our voice, that is rising tone, or just keep dropping your voice, okay, to the fall. So that is called falling tone. Rises and falls in the pitch are called intonation. And intonation is a device to indicate the meaning intended, that is the emotional meaning. Okay, it will be conveyed only through the intonation that you're going to use in a sentence, and it can also be used as a tool to indicate the feelings of the speaker. Okay, intonation cannot be neglected while speaking. And intonation is, in short, how we say things rather than what we say, because in writing we don't have all these problems, because only the audience, it left to the audience to understand what the writer is trying to communicate. But while speaking or while reading out aloud any passage from a book or a magazine, then there you have to give your focus on intonation too, because intonation is not just what we say, it just shows how we say things, how we are going to say things, because only your intonation helps the audience to understand your moods, your attitudes, your emotions, and your feelings. Okay, and the understanding will be clear, the communication will be clear only through intonation. So, okay, we'll just leave it. The first function of intonation, okay, to contrast new information and old information. This is actually intonation and stress are interlinked. Okay, so here we have a set of a situation where a reporter and a cab driver. Just imagine an action film. Okay, in that film, one guy, a culprit or a criminal, is escaping in a car, and a reporter tries to follow that criminal. Okay, and he just entered into a cab, and he asked the driver to follow that car that is driven by the bad guy. Okay, so this is the situation, and look at the intonation that is used in these sentences. The reporter first, he instructs the cab driver. Okay, he urges the cab driver follow the car. So here the reporter will not say follow the car. Then cab driver won't say in a monotonous voice, which car, sir? Then the report the blue one. It's not like that. The conversation is not going to be so easy. Okay, the reporter with full of intense emotions to follow that guy and to catch up that guy. Okay, he will just say follow that car, follow that car. The car is given a rising pitch there. Okay, this is called rising intonation. How does he end the sentence? In a rising tone. Okay, follow the car. Now for the cab driver, okay, he just asked in a falling tone. Which car? He'll ask. Now the car has become a world news for the driver. Okay, now he wants to know which car he has to follow, because in the traffic he could see a lot of cars, a lot of vehicles. Okay, so the cab driver will ask which car, which is given the rising tone and car is given a falling tone. Which car? Okay, then the reporter, he has to give a new information to the cab driver now, the color of the car. So here the new information is blue. So only the and one are given in a falling tone, and blue is given in a rising tone. The blue one, the blue is given more stress. Okay, so this is called the rising intonation, the blue one. Then the next one, the blue one with a bad guy in it. Look at the second sentence. In the first one also the blue one, and the second one also we can see the blue one. But there in the first one, the reporter will give more stress on the blue. Okay, the blue one. But while he utters the same words in the next sentence, he won't use the same tone for blue. The rising tone is not used. Here, the blue is given only the falling tone. The blue one with here, the new information is bad guy in it, the criminal in it, the culprit in it. Okay, so the blue one with the bad guy in it. So there, the tones rises to a certain level, to a higher pitch, and then it falls down at the end. Okay. So now we'll see all these four sentences at a stretch, how this rising and falling tone is used there. Or can anyone try, or shall I read it now myself? Can anyone give a try according to the...
Ma'am,
Yeah.
you be the car driver. I'll be the reporter.
Yeah, okay, reporter, start.
For the
Yeah.
car.
Which car? Which car?
The blue one.
Next sentence.
The blue one.
The blue one with a bad guy in it.
Very good, very good, very good. Superb. You are getting it. You are getting the points. Superb, really superb. So this is how the tone, it rises and falls. Okay. So this is the first function of intonation. We are giving more the higher pitch, that is the rising tone for the new information. Okay, to contrast the new information and the old information. This is how the function of intonation works out. And the second one, this one, I hope you all know, because we all know now what is a thought group in a sentence, how to divide a sentence into 2 or 3 thought groups. Okay, more than 3 thought groups are there, are possible in a sentence. Now look at these 2 sentences. Okay, only look at the sentences in the red colors. Don't give importance to the questions. Can you read these sentences? AB, AB, and AB. She likes pineapples. She likes pineapples. Can you read these sentences? How will you divide the sentence into thought groups? She likes pie and apples. What are the thought groups there? Yeah. What are the thought groups? Is there any thought group? She likes pie and apples. She likes pie and apples. What are the thought groups there? Yeah, it's so simple. Just try. Only with your interaction it's possible for me, because I cannot read out everything. This is a workshop, no?
Ma'am,
Madam,
Yeah.
madam, I didn't got what is meant by what you said now. Thought you asked
Thought
something.
group is whenever you
Huh.
give a pause in between, then you have to divide the sentence there. So how many thought groups are there in the first sentence? She likes pie and apples. How many
Two.
thought groups are there?
Two,
Yeah,
two.
two.
Two,
What are
ma'am.
they? What are they?
Pie and apples.
Then what about she likes?
Pineapples.
Pineapples.
Okay, actually, in the first sentence, she likes is one thought group and pie and apples is one thought group. Okay, in the next sentence, the same. She likes is one thought group and pineapples is one thought group. But there is a difference in pronunciation. Okay, in these two sentences regarding pie and apples is pronounced as, how will you pronounce pie and apples?
Then my grandma the address correctly. Grandma, let's see.
Yeah. Read the first sentence, anyone?
She likes pie and apples.
Okay, actually, this can be read out in a fast way. Okay, that's how we can improve our fluency. Actually, the and is not a content word, it's a function word. Okay, and the prepositions, conjunctions, these are all cannot be given more stress. So here we can contract the form and into in. That's all, not and. Okay, you need not pronounce the whole and here because you are going to combine these two words, pie and apples. Pie and apples you're going to combine, and you have to pronounce and not as and, but just n. Okay, just take n. So pineapples. Okay, can you try?
She likes pineapples.
Pineapples. Okay, what about the
She
next
likes
one?
pineapple.
Next one, pineapples is one word. It's not pineapples. Okay. So the first sentence should be read out as she likes pineapples. And second one is pineapples. Because in pineapples, in the second sentence, pine is given more stress. Apples is given less stress, weak syllable. Okay. She likes pineapples. And what about the next one?
Let's eat, grandma.
Very good.
Are we going to eat, grandma?
Actually, there should be a difference between the two. Okay. The first sentence, it's
Madam, the
not
first
let's
one. Yeah,
Ah.
you speak, madam.
Yeah.
Madam, the first one is if you go for the pronunciation part, it's wrong. It would be let's eat grandma, like they're eating their grandma.
If you
And the
don't
second
give
one
a
is,
proper
and the second one is let's eat grandma.
very good. There should be a
Prosody
pause.
issue.
If you
The
don't
prosody
give
matter.
any pause, okay, just unmute yourself. Thank you so much. Actually, if you don't give a proper pause, okay, look at the second example. Let's eat grandma, then it means let us eat grandma as a dish. Consider grandma as a dish, your favorite dish. Can we eat grandma? No. Okay. So only a pause. Let's eat a pause grandma. That is the right one. Okay, let's eat grandma. That's the right one. Okay, let's eat grandma. If you say like that, then you are treating your grandma as your favorite dish. Okay. So and the third one, this is so familiar to you because obviously there is a full stop. Can anyone read it? Yeah.
No, dogs are allowed.
Very good.
No dogs are allowed.
Very good. So just the punctuation mark. Okay. While speaking, we're just going to give a small pause. No, dogs are allowed. That means dogs are allowed in that particular zone. Okay, somebody might have asked the question whether dogs are allowed in this zone, then they'll say no, dogs are allowed. Okay, there is no problems here. Dogs are allowed here. But in the second sentence, no dogs are allowed. Dogs are not allowed there. Okay, so the meaning entirely changes only because of the punctuation. This is how we have to separate the thought groups. If you don't give any punctuation, that is while writing, we can give the punctuations, but while speaking, we have to be conscious of giving a right pause at the right time. Otherwise, your meaning will be conveyed in a different way. Okay, no dogs are allowed is different from no dogs are allowed. Okay, so much of difference. Some contrast ideas are presented through your communication. And the next one, some classic rules you have to keep in mind while thinking about the thought groups. Okay, For first sentence, look at the first sentence. My brother bought me a new bicycle. Look at the example. Here, this sentence can be divided into three thought groups. My brother bought me a new bicycle. There are three divisions here. Okay, we are going to give a pause in between all these things. My brother bought me a new bicycle. So which word you are going to focus on? We have to apply all these things: thought groups, focus words, stress, and at last intonation. We are going to combine all these things. Okay, first we have to divide the sentence into thought groups. Three. My brother bought me a new bicycle. Now we can proceed on to which word to be stressed in each thought group. Okay, there is no need that in a sentence only one word should be a focus word. In each and every thought group there can be focus word. So in my brother, you can focus on my or brother. In the second thought group, bought me, you can focus on bought or me. In the third thought group, you can focus on new or bicycle. Any word you can focus on according to the sense, the meaning that you want to convey to the audience. Okay, so now we have divided the sentence into three thought groups. And next, okay, we're just going to give, already we have seen this in another sentence. Okay, how one particular focus word or the stress in one word, it makes a difference in the whole sentence. Okay, here we have 7 set of sentences, and here in the first sentence, I is given more stress. I is a focus word, and in the second one, didn't is a focus word. Third one, say, he stole the money. Okay, these are the different focus words focused here. And look, let's look at another slide, the same one. Here, I think someone might give you a trial. Okay, according to the focus word, you can read out all these sentences. Anyone? Look at the meanings also given at the bottom of each sentence. This makes the difference. When you shift your focus on one word to another word, then the whole meaning of the sentences differ. Okay, 7 different meanings are got from all these 7 sentences. Okay, can anyone read all these 7 sentences according to the focus word and the stress? Yeah. Yeah, read.
I I thought she might consider a new handbag.
Yeah, other words you should not give more stress. Okay, only
Okay.
I thought she might consider a new handbag. Okay.
I thought she might consider a new handbag.
Very good. Next.
I thought she might consider a new handbag.
No, not might is not given so much stress. Okay, she, only she. Yeah, right.
I thought she might consider a new handbag.
Okay.
I thought she might consider a new handbag.
Yeah, consider should be given more stress. Try it once again.
I thought she might consider a new handbag.
Okay, I thought she might consider a new handbag. Consider. Okay, somewhat more stress should be given. Okay, next one.
Okay. I thought she might consider a new handbag.
A new handbag. Okay, not an old one. Okay, next one.
I thought she might consider a new handbag.
Not new is not given so much stress. It should not be given, only handbag. Okay, try it once again.
I thought she might consider a new handbag.
Yeah, a new handbag. Handbag. Okay, I thought she might consider a new handbag. Handbag should be given more importance. Okay, correct. So look at the meanings of all these sentences. Okay, well, if you stress I, then it means not someone else, only I thought. Okay, look at the second sentence. I thought, only I thought. I'm not sure about it. Okay, then third one, I thought she might consider, or not some other person, only she. And the fourth one, I thought she might consider. She may consider or not. I'm not sure about it. Okay, the next one, I thought she might consider. I think she will just think about it. It's a good idea. Okay. The next one, I thought she might consider a new handbag and not just a handbag. I thought she might consider a new handbag and not something else, and not some lipstick and other things. Okay. So this is how the meaning differs. So the prominence or the stress or the intonation, everything. Okay. Which word you want to give, it depends upon the question that is asked to you, or the meaning that you want to convey to the other person. So look at this simple sentence. Okay, this is a sentence. I am. Okay, if somebody asks you this question, who is coming? Who is coming? Then you have to give the answer. If you want to stress an I, yeah, I am coming. Then you have to say, I am. Yeah, I am. I is given more stress. But look at the second sentence. Even though am is an auxiliary verb, sometimes, okay, you have to give stress on that. If somebody asks you this question, you're not coming, are you? You're not coming, are you? Okay, like that. You're not coming, are you? Then you want to insist on the thing that you want to come there. Okay, for that you have to say, I am. No. I'm coming. Okay, there you want to include coming also, but you are not including coming. You are just giving it in a short answer form. So you say, I am. Okay, look at this meaning of these two sentences. First one is, I am. Who is coming? I am. And the second one is, you are not coming, are you? No, I am. I am coming. Okay, I am. So this is how the prominence or the stress should be decided by you. In what way you want to convey, you have to give stress on that particular word. Okay. So this is again the same thing, how the meaning differs. And other classic rules, when you want to list out a number of words in a sentence, then you have to give a falling tone at the end of the sentence. I need a hammer, nails, wood, and some hinges. You need not stress on all the words, okay, all the words in the list. I need a hammer, nails, wood, and some hinges. Not like that. I need a hammer, nails, wood, and some hinges. Okay. Now let's move on to what is a falling tone and rising tone. With this, we'll come to the end of the session. So where should you use a falling intonation? Okay, just remember these things. When you use a statement, you all know a declarative sentence or an assertive sentence. Okay, it may be told in different ways. Ordinary normal sentence structures are called statements. Okay, so we live in Moscow, or we live in Chennai, we live in Trichy, likewise, or we live in Maharashtra. Okay, likewise, whenever you use a statement, then you have to use a falling intonation at the end of the sentence. You could not say, we live in Maharashtra, not in a rising tone. Okay, I live in Maharashtra. And the tra, when you come to the end of the word Maharashtra, ra, then you have to just fall down your pitch. Your pitch should fall down. Okay, we live in Maharashtra. Okay, tra. She is 10 years old. She is 10 years old. Okay, old should be stressed. At the same time, your tone should fall down at the end. Okay, stress is something different from intonation. Look at this. Okay, she is 10 years old. When you come to the last syllable, id, then your tone should fall down. It should not be in a rising intonation. Okay, then look at the instructions, imperative sentences. How should you use in a falling tone, not in a rising tone? Close your books and listen. Don't say like that. Close your books and listen. Close your books and listen. Okay, close is something louder. It starts from a rising intonation and it ends in a falling intonation. Close your books and listen. Okay, listen. When you come to listen, see the slanting line. It just our voice should fall down. Listen. Okay, open the door, please. So don't say please. Open the door, please. Don't say, because it's a rising intonation. You should not use an instruction or an imperative sentence in a rising intonation. It should be in a falling intonation. Okay, open the door, please. Open the door, please. Okay, likewise, WH questions. Where do you live? Where do you live? Okay, live. When you come to pronounce the word live, it should be a falling intonation. What are you reading? What are you reading? Read is a stressed word, but when you pronounce the ing, then your voice should fall down. Okay, what are you reading? Okay, so likewise. So here I have given three things. The last one you need not remember because it will be so confusing if you remember all these things. Only these three just remember. Okay, first one, statements, instructions or imperative sentences, and double. The next one, we'll see what is the examples for this. Okay, we went for a ride in the car. Okay, I have given all these sentences in a separately. Can you read this sentence, anyone, with the falling intonation at the end? Yes, make it fast, quick, getting late.
We went for a ride in the car.
No, car, don't have a rising intonation. Car. Yeah,
We
try it
went
once
for
again.
a ride in the car.
Very good, superb. Next one.
I must get my hair cut.
Just have a little drop of your voice.
I must get my hair cut.
Very good. When you pronounce the word cut, your voice should fall down. Very good, superb. Next one.
You must
take them home.
Very good, superb going. Next one.
Help yourself.
Very good, superb. It just looks a recorded voice. Who is it? May I know your name?
Dakshayani, ma'am.
Very good, superb pronunciation. Help yourself. Very good, superb. Next one.
We'll meet you at the station.
Very good, superb. Next one.
I like new dress.
Very good. Keep going. Next one.
That's the best shop for shoes.
Actually, I have given that's in bold letters and this shop in bold letters. You have to give stress. You have to concentrate on that also. And with the falling intonation at the end. Okay, keep all these things in your mind while reading the sentences. Try it once again.
That's the best shop for shoes.
Very good, superb. Next.
The birds are singing in the trees.
Superb. Yeah. Next. Yeah.
It would be better to leave it.
Superb. Last one.
It will soon be spring.
Yeah. Now you know what is the falling intonation. Okay. Here, the same. I have covered all the three things, I think. First one is statement and WH questions. Okay. Ravi plays football every Saturday afternoon. Okay. Can you try one by one? All the words in the bold letters should be given stress and at the end, falling intonation.
What time does the night train to Hyderabad leave?
Very good. Next one.
How far is it
from here?
Very good. Next.
Why don't you do as you suggest?
Yeah, suggested. Very good. Next one.
It has been a very enjoyable evening for all of us.
Yeah, evening. E should also be stressed. Okay, it has been very enjoyable evening for all of us. Very good. Next one.
Where did you had put my glasses?
Yeah, glass should be stressed, but es at the end falling tone. Okay, glasses. Very good. Next one.
He promised to send a telegram on his arrival.
Yeah, arrival. Right only should be stressed. Okay, not a and well. Arrival. Very good. Last one.
The best way to get to the station from here.
Very good. Superb going. Everyone have understood now the stress and the falling intonation. Now we move on to the rising intonation. See, yes or no questions are pronounced in a rising intonation. Okay. WH questions in a falling intonation and yes or no questions in a rising intonation. Are you ready to start? Are you ready to start? It's not are you ready to start? Okay. Are you ready to start? Have you read this book? Have you read this book? Okay, rising intonation. Then question tags, you all know, I think. I'm sorry, I have to combine all the grammar things in this because without grammatical structures, I cannot teach stress and intonation. And question tags, that is a small questions tagged that is appended or joined with a normal statement. Okay, they are called question tags. Likewise, isn't it, doesn't she? These are all question tags. Okay, so the question tags should be pronounced in a rising intonation. Actually, we all know the statement should be in a falling intonation. It's a beautiful sound, isn't it? Isn't it? So we just taught in a neutral accent. Okay, the normal intonation and then falling intonation, town, falling intonation. Then isn't it when it becomes it, then We have to raise our voice. Okay, this is called rising intonation. It's a beautiful term, isn't it? She knows him, doesn't she? Okay, you understand?
Ma'am,
So,
then why
yeah.
the front slash and backslash isn't changed in isn't it, ma'am? Is it?
Yeah,
It's a,
that's the wrong thing. Very good. You have pointed out everything. Actually, I forgot to change that. Actually, it's a rising tone. Look at the second sentence. She knows him, doesn't she? Okay, rising intonation. Actually, there's a mistake committed by me. Sorry for that. Okay. Okay. So now I think from your question, I can understand. You can understand what is rising and falling intonation. Thank you for that. And question tags where both parts are affirmative. So you found it, did you? So you found it, did you? Okay. So this is how the rising intonations are formed. So on the whole, falling and rising intonation, just keep these things in mind. Okay. I'm just giving a smaller I can see just a small tidbits I'm giving. Okay. There are so much things to talk about intonation. And at your level, I think it will be easy for you to understand. So I have given only some points. Okay. For falling intonations, statements, WH questions, and instructions. Okay, for rising intonations, yes or no questions and question tags. Okay, these two things you have to keep in mind. Okay, so now can you practice this? These are all the things that should be pronounced in a rising intonation. Can you try? Yeah, make it fast, getting late.
have they gone?
Very good.
May I come in?
They come in. They come in. In. Okay. Next.
Come in.
Is
it yours? Is it yours?
Is it yours? Yours? Somewhat longer. Okay, length of time. Yeah,
Is
next.
it yours?
Very good. Superb. Next.
Are you afraid?
Yeah. Are you afraid? Very good. Question. Question 4. Next one.
Are you on the phone?
Very good. Next one. Yeah. Anyone. One by one.
Have you got enough?
Very good. Next.
Was it you?
Yeah. Superb. Next.
Can you see?
Can you see?
Ah, can you see? Wonderful. Ah, next.
Have you heard the news?
Yeah, superb. Last one.
Do you know?
Yeah, do you know? Do you know? Okay, superb trial by everyone. So these are some of the question tags I given. So can any one of you, okay, not all of you, can any one of you with a rising tone pronounce all these sentences?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right.
Does he? Shall I? Will they? Should we?
Oh,
Is
no,
it?
no, no, no. Should we?
Do they?
Should we? Ah.
Should we? Is it? Do they? Can he?
Can he?
Doesn't he? Can he? Doesn't he? Shan't I? Won't they? Shouldn't we? Isn't it? Don't they? Can't he?
Yeah, very good. Superb, superb. But the thing is that you have to keep in mind another thing. Wherever you find out N apostrophe T, short form, contracted form of not, you need not say should plus not, shouldn't. No, don't say like that. Okay, that D should be silent. Okay, shouldn't. Okay, even if most of the people they commit the mistake as DIDN apostrophe T, didn't. No, it's not like that. Okay, it's didn't. The second D is silent. Okay, DIDN apostrophe T is not didn't, it's didn't, not did not. Didn't.
Shouldn't we?
Yeah, shouldn't we? Okay, very good.
Should we?
Should, then LD you can keep silence. Okay, shouldn't we? Didn't we? Okay, doesn't he? Very good, superb. So now we come to rhythm. Rhythm is something that combines all these two things, stress and intonation. Okay, rhythm is something that's made by the strong stresses or beats in a sentence. In English syllables, already we have seen pie and apples. Okay, how can we use the contracted form of and in? Okay, instead of saying and or an, we can say in. That's all. Okay, so the same things we are going to say. So this is going to give the rhythm for the language. Okay, apart from stress and apart from intonation, these are also very important things. The contracted forms or the shortened forms, we can say. The shortened forms only gives you the rhythm to your language. Okay, so ham and eggs is squeezed into only 2 words. Actually, ham and eggs, there are 3 words in this phrase, but we are going to contract these 3 words into 2 words. And how are we going to do this? By contracting and, because ham and eggs, we cannot give it in a short form. Okay, because they are content words. We have to pronounce them as it is. So what is this? Where is the scope for doing the contracted form? Only in and. Okay, so and can be reduced into n. That's all. So ham and eggs. Okay, can you try anyone? Ham and eggs. Ham and eggs.
Ham and eggs.
Very good. Okay, don't say ham and eggs. Ham and eggs. That's all. So and wherever you come across and, okay, if it is an important word, if you want to insist on that word, if you want to give stress to that word, then you can say and. Otherwise, okay, just if you combine 2 words and 2 sentences, then at that time you can just use in. Okay, ham and eggs. That's all. Then I want to be. This is the famous one. Okay, nowadays, yeah, I want to be. Very good. Nowadays, everyone use this. Okay, this is a short form for want to be. Likewise, we have other forms also. Can you give any more examples for this? Wanna?
I gonna be.
Yeah, gonna be. Going to. I'm going to cinema. You can say that I'm gonna cinema. Okay, I'm gonna mall. I'm gonna temple. Okay, so want to is contracted into wanna, and got to is contracted going to is contracted into gonna, and likewise got you is contracted into gotcha. Okay, gotcha. It looks something different, but when you use it, then it will look so nice. Okay, and the next one, so likewise we can contract or join 2 words and use short forms. And look at this example, the 5 words, I will see you tomorrow. Here we have 5 words in the sentence, but we can pronounce it in a short way. I will. Okay, what's the contracted for I will? I'll. Yeah, you all know that. Okay, in your school days itself, it's given for you, because all the short forms for modal auxiliaries, okay, can be shortlisted. So I'll see you. Okay, I'll. First we have contracted I and will. I'll. Then see and you. See you. See you. Okay, you is contracted into yeah. See you tomorrow. Okay, I will see you tomorrow is contracted into me. It's pronounced as I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Okay. You understand?
Yes.
Just a
Yes,
little
ma'am.
bit fast, then it will be
Yes,
easy.
ma'am.
But only by practice you can do that. Okay. All of a sudden you cannot do it everything. So I'll see you tomorrow. Very good. So this is how the rhythms, the contracted forms, wherever necessary, you have to contract it. I will is contracted into I'll. Then want to is contracted into wanna, and is contracted into yen. These are some small tips, okay, to make your speech a rhythmical one. So, and another tip I want to give is, this is very much will be useful for you, I think. The pronunciation of the letter T. Nowadays, in American accent, it's used, okay, not in British accent. Whenever you come across the letter T in any sentence, okay, if it is at the beginning of a word, then you have to be careful while pronouncing the letter, because you have to pronounce that. You cannot leave it just like that. Okay, look at the examples: table, 10, take. So in all these words, T is the first letter. So you have to pronounce that T as T only. Okay, you cannot leave it. Okay, te, te, te. There is a clear short sound. Okay, table, ten, take, likewise. But if you come across this T in between, okay, T, when T is in the middle of a word, or it is in an unstressed position. So if T is in the middle of the sentence, okay, sentence, that means a word, then you have to be very careful whether that word with T is stressed, then you have to pronounce T. If that word, that syllable, okay, with T is unstressed, then you can leave T. Okay, look at this example, then you will be very clear. Contract, contain. Okay, look at these words. Here, the stress falls on the second one. Okay, contract, contract, contain, contain. You cannot say contain. Okay, contain, tain is the syllable. Okay, that is to be stressed. So there we cannot leave T. Okay, T, the same clear, short T sound should be pronounced. Okay, so when T is in the beginning of the word, you have to pronounce it. When T is in the middle, then if that syllable with T gets the stress, then you have to pronounce T as T. But the thing is, okay, this is the third important point. When T is in the middle, but the syllable that gets T is not a stressed one. It's a weak one. You feel like that. Then you can change the sound of the T into a softer D sound. Okay, this is how the Americans now pronouncing T. Okay, so look at this, Betty, Betty. Here there are two syllables, bet and T. Okay, but the stress falls on the first syllable, be, be. The second one, T, no, the T is getting the weaker stress. So we can say not T sound, but D sound, Betty, bought, bought. Okay, bit. Here the sound is B, so it should not be pronounced as it, bid, bid. Okay, beddy, butter, bidder, better, butter. Okay, look at this word, butter. Butter. Actually, just be clear, in the British accent, it is T only. Okay, butter. Actually, it should not be given more stress. Butter. Actually, we used to think that if there are two T's, then we have to give more stress on those T's. Okay, butter, some people will say. Not like that. Only one T should be pronounced. In British accent, it is butter, butter. Okay, but in American accent, the T becomes softer D, butter. Okay, utterly, butterly, like that. Okay, so if we follow this step, okay, we can read the sentence. Normally people will read out this like, Betty bought a bit of better butter. All T's are pronounced. Okay, but in American accent, Betty bought a bit of better butter. Okay, so this is how Americans, they want to differentiate themselves from the British people. Okay, and I think you understood this T concept. Okay, if T is in the middle of a word, where should we pronounce T as D? Be clear in it. Okay, if it is the first letter, then you should pronounce it. If it is in the middle and if the syllable is stressed, then you should pronounce T as T. But if it is weak syllable, then you can change the T into D sound. Okay, butter. Butter is the best example, I think. Butter, butter. Or better, better, better. Don't say better, better. Okay. So look at the word photography, photography. And another one is photograph, photograph. Actually, in the second one, PHOTOGRAPH, the stress falls on the first one, okay, photograph. But in the second, in the first word, photograph, here, th is getting stressed. So we have to pronounce the only. Actually, this is pronounced as photography, photography, not photography. Okay? Photography. Yeah, very good.
Photography.
So t is t only, not the, no, photography. Okay, but this one,
Photography.
photograph, photograph. Because in between T is coming, but it is a weak one, so we change the T into D while pronouncing. While writing, we have to write only T. Okay, photograph. Four is the strong syllable there. Okay, others weak syllables. So photograph. Okay, photograph. But first one is photography. Okay, so these actually you'll be familiar only if you read a lot of books and read it loudly. And whenever you pronounce each and every word, just look at the pronunciation in the dictionary and which syllable gets the strong one, accented one. Everything is given in every dictionary. Okay, just give more importance to the pronunciation and the syllables and the stress to be given in each word and the focus word in a sentence. Likewise, you can expand your reading and your speaking. Okay, but it will come only slowly. So now we have seen how the stressed words, okay, the stress and the rhythm and the intonation, it gives just the musical quality. Okay, we have come to the end of the session. Now I request every one of you to try this one. Okay, actually the way we use pauses in between or the words that we are going to stress in each and every sentence. What are the words that are focused by you? Okay, sometimes all the words in all the sentences you may focus. It depends upon you which word to focus on, which word to stress on. It depends upon you, because you are the person who want to convey something to somebody else. So you have to decide within yourself, okay, which word to stress. But the thing is that the words and the number of words in a sentence does not uh, differentiate the length of the time that is used for the pronunciation. Okay, this is how I want to stress now. Okay, so look at these sentences. These 5 sentences are of various length because of the number of words used in the sentences. But when we pronounce these sentences according to the stress given for the words given in the bold letters, then the time is actually the same. For the 3-lettered sentence, 3-word sentence, and the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-lettered sentence, 7-word sentence, each have the same length of time while we pronounce. Okay, now I'll read it out, then you can try it once again. Okay, with some other set of words. Dogs chase cats. Okay, in the first sentence, all the 3 words are focus words. I want to give importance to all the words. So I will give stress on all the 3 words. So it will take a longer time. Okay, dogs chase cats. So if you have a snap at your fingers, or if you calculate the time pronounced for this sentence, it will be the same when I pronounce the last sentence. Okay, I'll read out all the sentences now. Dogs chase cats. The second one. The dogs have chased cats. The dogs will chase the cats. The dogs have been chasing the cats. The dogs would have been chasing the cats. So all these sentences look different in the length of the sentence, but they look the same when we pronounce these sentences. Okay, this is how we have to see where we have to make it fast, okay, while speaking, or where we have to give stress and use longer time. Okay, notice in these 2 sentences, in the first sentence, the stressed syllables are pronounced a bit longer. Dogs chase cats. All the stressed syllables are pronounced a little bit longer. Okay, but in the following sentences, in the subsequent sentences, the unstressed syllables are reduced and pronounced quickly, while the stressed words are pronounced slightly shorter when compared with the first sentence. Okay, this makes a difference of time. Okay, now if you try this, then we will close it now. Look at the first set. Fire, kitchen. Next one, fire in kitchen. In is just N. The third one, fire in the kitchen. Fire in the kitchen. So in every sentence, in every phrases, in all the phrases, only fire and kit, they are strong syllables. Okay, we have to say it a little bit louder. And the other things we have to just make it shorter. Okay, can you try this one? Anyone? Yeah, this is the last.
Leaves home.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, next.
Man leaves home.
Okay.
The man leaves his home.
Yeah, his, actually you should need not pronounce his as his. Is enough. Okay.
Okay.
Next.
The man will leave his home.
Yeah, will, you need not pronounce will as will. Ill is enough. The man will leave his home. Okay.
The man's gonna leave his home.
Very good, very good, very good. So I think no matter how many words are there in a sentence, okay, what are the words that you are going to give stress, and what are the other words that you are going to use it in a reduced form, and what are the words that we are not going to give much importance at all. Okay, so just keep in mind the content words and function words. Here, the is a function word, will is a function word, his is a function word, gonna is a contracted form, only man, leave, home. These are the content words. Okay. So apply all these things in the sentence, and wherever you want, you just contract it, use a short form, and the function words, the in, okay, like that, and the pronouns. These words could be in a short, that is a short length of time, and the other words, okay, the focus words that you want to focus on should be given more stress. If you follow all these things, the stress and how will the sentence should end. Okay, this is a falling tone or a rising tone. Okay, statements and WH questions and instructions should be in a falling tone, and yes or no questions and question tags, okay, they should be in a rising tone. Just keep all these things in mind and read out. Okay, try to read out, and if you do it every day, then you can practice it. Okay. Okay, last one. We will end the session with this song. This is my favorite nursery rhyme. I hope that you are all familiar with this song. Okay, you are going to try it now. Okay, so here just follow the instructions I'm going to give, and then you can, if you are not feeling shy about your expressing yourself, then you can try it as a song. Okay, those who want to sing can give a try. Just before the trial, I want to give you some instructions. Look at the words given in bold letters. Old, dawn, had, farm. On, farm, had, cow. All these words should be given the stress at the same time rising intonation. Okay, they're going to follow stress and intonation together. They are both going to give you the rhythm for this poem. Okay, so old, dawn, had, farm, had, cow. Move here, move there. Look at this. Okay, can you see that? I'll read out the first sentence. Old MacDonald had a farm. You understand? You understand? You understand?
Yes.
Old.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
old is given stress. Okay. Old. Then Mac is in a weak stress. Okay. MacDonald had a farm. A farm. Okay. So old MacDonald had a farm. Likewise. Okay. Can anyone try for this song? If you know this song already, then it will be easy for you. Is anyone?
First line, ma'am.
Old MacDonald had a farm.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Very
And
good.
On his farm, he had a cow. E-I-E-I-O.
Very good.
Here and a moo-moo there.
Moo here.
Moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Superb singing. Really hats off to you, because most of the
Thank you.
students, they hesitate to sing in front of others in a public forum. You just gave a trial. Okay, actually, this song is available in YouTube. You know, this is a famous nursery rhyme for all the LKG and UKG kindergarten students. Yet, this song serves as the best example for the intonations, okay, rising and falling, and how some this word he and on with these are pronounced in a lighter way, and the other content words move here, old, dawn, here, there, every, cow, farm. These are pronounced in a rising tone, even more stress. Okay, so shall we have a try once again with some girl? I want to sing now with that girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, shall we start once again? 1, 2, 3, start. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, what about your voice?
Had a cow.
And on his farm he had a cow. E-I-E-I-O. With a moo here and a moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere moo. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Very good. Superb. So this is how you have to follow. Okay, practice every day. Only practice maketh a man perfect, according to Bacon. Okay, I given still twinkle, twinkle, little star, but as it is getting late, we will now end up the session. Okay, so now in this session, you have found out, or you have known, I think you have understood what is stress, what is intonation, and what are the elements that are involved while pronouncing a particular word or a sentence, and what are the words to be focused and which word to be focused, and how should a sentence end in a falling tone or a rising tone. Okay, just I have covered a slight or a small portion, I think, okay, in the stress and intonation part. And if you're so much interested in learning more about stress and intonation, then you go and search for it in the net, or better, you just join in any college or institution or university for BA English literature or If you are already a student in English, then you go for master's degree, because English is a lovely language, like all languages. Okay, not only English. I love all languages. Usually, I'm a linguist. I can say basically, I'm not familiar with all the linguistic nuances. Yet, I like English. Why this word is formed and how this word is formed and what's the origin of this word. And really, it's such an exciting journey. Okay, to delve deep into the English literature and into the language of English. So English language basically it has some music in itself, and just improve your pronunciation first. Okay, just read a lot of books. Lot of books will help you. The books are your best friends, I can say. Instead of your phones or your movies and everything, books are the best things. Okay, because it helps you learn a lot of knowledge. At the same time, it will improve your language. At the same time, it will improve your creativity skills. Okay, when you look at a movie or a serial or a picture in your phone, the visible content will easily enter into your mind, but it will dump your creativity. It won't allow you to imagine yourself. Whenever you read a book, whenever you read a small story or any prose work or anything, your mind just gets started, and it will just move into the world of imagination, and your mind will be full of imagination. Okay, really that scene will be more beautiful than looking at a picture and looking at a particular hero. Okay, whenever you come across the description of a hero or a heroine, then if you read a book, then that hero will be more beautiful in your imagination. Okay, instead of looking at a person as a hero in a movie. So just books are the best source of inspiration for me. So I hope that you all will read a lot of books so that you'll get a lot of vast vocabulary. That is the first step for learning any language. You have to know a lot of words to express yourself. Then only you can get into this phrase, intonation, and other things. Okay, so English, according to me, though, as I'm an English teacher, I'm not saying like that. Okay, just you are also interested in English. You want to speak in English because it's a universal language. Without English, you can't survive today. So if you want really to learn English, or if you have the flair to learn English, then just go into English literature or read any English books, because English, just like music, has its own melody and rhythm. Okay, get it right with stress and intonation and pronunciation, and so people will easily understand you. If you get the right stress and right intonation and the right words that you choose in your sentences, then really you are going to be the best speaker in the world, because communication is the utmost aim that we want to convey through our language. Okay, that's how we started this session. Communication is very important while using a language. So the communication is possible, okay, only through the correct words, the right choice of words, and the right stress and the right intonation and the right emotions carried out to the audience. So I hope all of you have enjoyed this session, and I hope that in future, from today onwards, not tomorrow, no postponement. Okay, from today onwards, from after this session itself, you are going to read a lot of books. You are going to speak a lot by using all these tips that I have given you. Thank you so much. Thank you, organizers, for giving this opportunity to interact with the students. Really, it was a nice session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now over to you, Srijima.
Thank you, ma'am.
The question and answer session starts now. I want to start my video.
Nadia, am I audible? Yes, ma'am.
Are there any questions in the chat box,
I
Srijima?
know.
Because as I was in the full screen mode, I cannot see the questions in the chat box. Can you find anything? If there are no questions, then I hope that
Till now,
everyone
no
understood everything.
question.
Okay,
Only comments.
In a positive tone.
If it's showing, asking the question, saying,
Even in the YouTube comment box also no questions yet.
Okay. If they want to ask in person, then they can try. Otherwise, we can move on to the next.
Ina, can you stop sharing your screen?
Oh, sorry. Is it okay now?
Yes,
Is it okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ina, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
The audience want to unmute themselves and ask any questions, they can ask. Otherwise, we can take it as everyone have understood everything. The audience, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. We would like to have more sessions like this.
Yeah.
It was more of interactive and it was very interesting. Due to some net problem, due to net problem, we had some problem. We couldn't have it continuous listening. We could listen to you continuously. So we would like to have more sessions from you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
It
you.
was fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, can you please suggest some unexplored path being major in English, ma'am? Like usually they go with a professor or something like book
Yeah,
writing.
that's what I told. If you want to enter into the field of writing, then there are a lot of opportunities. You can be a freelance writer or a content writer, or you go for medias. You have a lot of scope in medias. Okay, you can be an editor, or you can be a freelance writer, or you can enter into any field because there are a lot of scope for them. And or otherwise, if you want to enter into the administrative field, you can go for competitive exams because this is a basic degree. Okay. And without communication, you are not going to be successful in any area. So whatever area you choose, you can go anywhere and everywhere. Okay. This is an avenue that is open for all English literature because English has become the major focus nowadays. So I think apart from teaching, you can go for the media field or technical writing or administrative field, wherever you can go. Thank you.
Thank
This
you,
is
ma'am.
the foundation.
Ma'am, I think there is no more questions from the participants. And it's a mind-blowing session, ma'am, and it's very interactive and informative session actually. And in the YouTube also we have received very good feedback, ma'am. Like it's a fantabulous session and a very informative session. It's very useful session. Likewise, we have received a very good feedback regarding the session, ma'am. And we should actually wholeheartedly thank you for your acceptance, first, ma'am. And
Thank you so much,
participants.
audience first, because they are so interactive. Whenever I ask a question, I have a doubt while starting the session whether they will unmute themselves and express themselves or not. But they are so fantabulous, really. They have volunteered themselves for improving their skills. Really so overwhelmed by your response, audience. Thank you so much. Only because of you, this session has become an interactive one. I really enjoyed. Thank you, audience, and thank you, organizers.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Then we move on to the next portion. Is there any feedback or closing?
No, ma'am. There is no questions from the participant side. I think we can move on to the formal vote of thanks now.
Yeah.
Sridev, ma'am, can you hear me?
Nadia, can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, you are audible, ma'am.
Nadia, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we can hear you. We can continue, ma'am.
Ashri, one suggestion. Can we have at least any one or two participants for their feedback?
Once again, my greetings to the gathering. On my own behalf, as well as the Department of English and other foreign languages, at the outset,
I wish to render our sincere gratitude to SRM Institute of Science and Technology for giving us this great opportunity to conduct this two-day national workshop on English, a versatile language. On behalf of Department of English and other foreign languages, I would like to express my wholehearted gratitude to our respected resource person, Dr. M. Meena Devi, Assistant Professor, BHSL College, Virudhunagar, for her interesting as well as interactive session on a toughest topic in English language. Personally, I thank you from my bottom of my heart for your immediate acceptance of my invitation, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I'm delighted to thank our Director, Dean SNH, VP Academic, VP Admin for their blessings and motivation to conduct this workshop. We have been fortunate to be assisted by our HOD, Dr. V. Rama. You have been a constant support and you have given us a lot of encouragement to conduct this wonderful workshop. Thank you, ma'am. We render our sincere thanks to all the teachers who encourage their students to participate in this workshop. We thank each and every participant who have attended this workshop enthusiastically through Zoom app as well as YouTube live stream. Thank you everyone once again.
Thank you, Sridevi ma'am. Feedback form has been posted in the chat. Participants can fill your feedback. You can post your feedback there in the feedback form. And thank you all. Thank you once again to the resource person and thank you, Sridevi ma'am. Participants can fill your feedback form and they can leave the meeting. Thank you all.